you don't mean what you say. Go on with your white lie.
First and foremost, free the whole world, boss. I am your gracious host, Caspian Montgomery. Welcome, Gaza Nation, to another episode of the Vybz Kartel Show. Today, we'll be explaining the brand new song, Can't Trust, to the patois illiterate, and this song is just my type of song. It hits me right in the heart. I can actually feel every single word because I trust no one, and I hope that everyone in Gaza Nation takes this as a lesson from the teacher, because this is a very important thing to know. You cannot trust a soul in this world. And so without further ado, teacher, please begin.
Everybody feed themselves, just make you dead. Fear make you suffer, love make you kill yourself. Just ask Miss Abel, very unwell. Hears him get a who give him no grizzle.
Adi the Innocent begins the first verse by letting us all know that every single soul walking this earth is for themselves. We all put ourselves before others, and it is a sad state, but it is true. That is just how humans are. And then he lets us know that trust will end up leaving you dead. If you trust every single person walking down the street, and you just give your trust to every single person, guess what happens? One of those people that you trust will turn out to be your enemy, and they will kill you. And then he says that faith will make you suffer. Just think of that. All the poor people that go to church and they have faith in this person, this imaginary being in the sky, and they swear that this person is going to bring them money or make their life better, and it never happens, but they continue to have faith. Faith is not in my vocabulary because I do not believe in faith. I would rather take action. And then he says, love will make you kill yourself. And that is the worst. Love is a chemical reaction. When you think you've fallen in love, it's chemicals in your brain, they're all mixed up, and all of a sudden you believe that you are in love. And some people fall so deeply in love when they find out the other person doesn't love them as much, they don't want to go on living. So be very wary of who you give your love to. And then he says, just ask Mr. Bell. He's very sick. AIDS got him, and he doesn't know who gave him the AIDS. And I couldn't find out who Mr. Bell was. So I hit up the legendary TJ himself, the legendary producer. And I said, TJ, who is Mr. Bell? And he laughed at me and he said, no, Mr. Bell is just a random person he's talking about to get the story across.
Him never know. Say a pussy she a sell. Say she run a bar but she a run a tell too. Maga downtown shell him go fall in a love and him fell.
Our great Gaza leader then continues telling the story of Mr. Bell. Mr. Bell was extremely in love with his wife Grizel, and he put all his trust and his faith in her, and he never knew that it was her that gave him the AIDS virus that ended up in his demise. So he thought the whole time that she was running a bar, but then Vybz Kartel says she was also running a hotel, and that means that she was selling her body. She was a prostitute on the side, or maybe she was just lying to him the whole time, saying that she operates a bar and serves alcoholic drinks for a living. But no, she wanted the fast money and all the good things, so she ended up contracting the AIDS virus and then gave it to Mr. Bell, and he ended up becoming very skinny, just like the AIDS virus does to people, and he turned into a shell of his former self. And all this is to prove the point that love is very fickle. So you must, again, watch out who you give your love to, because he fell in love, and that made him fall in life. It's a wonderful play on words from the lyrical genius, but just an amazing story of how you cannot trust a soul in this world. And with that last line, we have reached the glorious chorus.
All the woman in your yard you can't trust. All the friend you give your last week on you. All the dopey where you bomb we aren't you. Sorry for my god dog him we am you. Find out say you fake me now I you. Move on with my life me now I you. Find out say you fake me now I you. Move on with my life yo DJ.
I am truly astonished with the amount of work that World Boss is putting in. I can't even grasp how one man can work this hard. He is the Tupac of dancehall, and this song is just amazing. TJ Records is a legend, and all his beats, all his rhythms are simply amazing. Vybz Kartel, he lets us know every single woman, even the ones that you keep close, the ones in your house, the ones that are the closest to you, you cannot trust them. And then he says, all of your friends, the ones you would give your last dollar to, the ones you would give the shirt off your back to, guess what? They will con you. They will do extremely bad things to you. They are again out for themselves, and they will literally turn their back on you for the simplest thing. And then he says, even the loved ones, the people that you have buried, they will come back and haunt you from the grave, because there's so many bad minds out here, and it's friends and family. I've witnessed it firsthand. It is simply disgusting how a lot of people, I won't say every person, but a lot of people in this world that you personally love and would do anything for are so quick to turn their back on you and just F you over. I will not swear, but they will F you over. I have no better way to say it. And then he said, even a MAGA dog will harm you. So a hungry, skinny dog in the streets, remember, they will attack you, they will bite you. You might think that it's a nice thing to go and feed them, but they will attack at any second. It's humanity, it is our animal nature. People, they are just extremely bad. There are so many people out there like that. And then Vybz Kartel says, as soon as he finds out that you're a fake person, that you're a liar, that you really are not what you portray yourself to be, he won't even argue with you. You are just gone to him. He will move on with his life, and you are no longer a part of it. And that is the way that we should all be, Gaza Nation. You cannot continue to hang on to fake people that will do nothing to uplift your life. And then he repeats it again. He's going to move on with his life. And then he shouts out the legend TJ Records. This chorus is a life lesson. It is unbelievable, simply amazing. This whole entire song, the message is so powerful.
Long as you have life, every day you will learn something new. Give them everything and them still a pray you. Smile when them see you, when you're gone them at school.
One Dawn begins the second and final verse by letting us know that every single day, as long as you are alive, you are going to learn something new. We are a learning species. We are learning every single day. And then he says, again, to your friends and your loved ones, you must keep your circle small. It is a very important thing to do, because he says you can give them everything. You can give them all the money in the world, and they will always want more. They want to be in your spot. You will learn this, especially the better you do in life, the more things people want from you. And so he says they're still going to pre you, and then he says every time that they see you, they're going to smile, make jokes, they will laugh. And then the second that you're gone, they are going to give you the screw face. They will screw you right over. They will talk to other people and say, oh, that person, he's fake, he's a loser. And then the next time they see you, they will dap you up and say, what's good, my G, wagwan, me chargy. And they are all just fake. So be very, very careful about the circle you keep.
Shakespeare said he love all just a few. Me no buy that. Give me back my money, fuck you. Most of the time when the dogs get sell out, I know the enemy do it. Is a man in the crew.
The dancehall king then references the playwright Shakespeare, and he says that Shakespeare once said that you must love all people and only trust a few. And Vybz Kartel, and I second what Vybz Kartel is saying, that is just a bunch of poppycock. It is a lie. You do not trust a soul, and do not give your love to all people, because you will only get stabbed in the back. And then he says just a very powerful line, just the worst line, and we've seen it so much in our life, yet we still continue to par with the same type of people. But he says most of the time it is someone in your own crew that sells you out, that ruins your life, that snitches on you, that literally stabs you in the back. It is someone from your own circle. It is not an outsider most of the time. So I want you to literally meditate on these lyrics for the whole night, for the whole week. This song is just too powerful. And with that last line, we have reached the end of another Vybz Kartel masterpiece. Gaza Nation, as always, thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share, because that feeds the YouTube algorithm, and that is how we grow the channel. Today, we hit 7,000 subscribers, and that is quite an achievement for myself and for Gaza Nation. We are going to continue to spread the good word of the boss of all bosses, and make sure that everyone that doesn't understand patois can understand what the boss is talking about. So I will not take up any more of your time. Until we meet again, it is Gaza me say forever.
All the woman at your yard you can't trust. All the friend you give your last week on you. All the dopey where you bomb we aren't you. Sorry for my god dog him we am you. Find out say you fake me now